Hello everybody and welcome to this part 15 of the Arduboy dev stream. Happy to find you back if you're still following my stream. So today what we're gonna do, we will improve the update function. So last time I leave you with some first implementation of the fire state, but the problem is our bullet could go through the static collision, through the wall and stuff like that, so there is no detection of collision with the wall. So we will implement that, and if we have time we may also implement some AI. Because it's more or less the same process. And to do that, we will have to refactor a little bit the update function and the update loop in the map manager. So we will see that. Also, we had some issue last time with the Arduboy. So I have tried to figure out what happened on the code if I did something nasty. By doing that, I found some kind of bug or improvement that can be done on the code, so I will show it to you. However, I didn't find something that can be really reproduced, so I have a feeling it was kind of not related to the program. We will see. What I've done, although, is I have updated the board and the library. Well, the library, I don't use Arduboy 2.0, but I updated all the library and the board on the Arduino software. So maybe that will help to have less hangout. I also try to check my my USB cable. So we'll see. I hope we won't have too many connectivity problem this time. Anyway, so first let me show you what I've done after the stream, like the little fix I've done. So yeah, this one first. It seems that there's a lot of change, because actually the main change I've done is I have add a return value, a Boolean value to return for the update function, and also for the check static collision function. That we will remove this function today. You will see in a minute. But so far I added a Boolean return value. And that means I had to change it into all the item class, all the derivative class. So that's why we have, as you can see, a lot of change here, everywhere, all of them. It's mainly that. And why I have that is mainly in the map manager. It's here. So basically, if I return true, then I will just do -1, and I do that for every call of the update function or the check collision function. So why is that? It's because if you remember, in the update function, an item can decide to remove itself from the array. But here I am iterating on the array. So maybe there's a risk, like I'm iterating on the array and then one item die and decide to remove itself, and then I will continue to iterate. But when I remove myself, if you remember, the remove function is just switching the last item to the current position of the current item, right? So let's say if this item, maybe this item decide to be removed, then you remove, then we switch, and then the iteration goes to the next one. So that means the last one, the one that was the last, is not updated this frame. And that may create some kind of bug, because you expect that all the item get updated every frame, right? So that's why this Boolean value that the update return is a flag telling if if the item remove itself during this frame, during this update. So if it's true, if the item remove itself during this frame, then this is here, then I just decrease I to update again the same I. So I will decrease it and increase again in the for loop. So basically I will call update on the same index, but the same index is a new item. It was the previous last one, right? So that's why I have that, and that's why I change in all the item stuff. All right. So I had some other little fix. The first one here, I put a break. It's actually a little optimization. As soon as I found the item in the remove, I don't need to continue to iterate on the whole array. I can just exit because I don't want to remove all. And anyway, normally an item should only be one time in the array. It should be a bug if you place 2 times in the same array. So once we have found it, we can just break the for and stop iterating. And this one, I check. Well, I just add this check just to make sure that we are not exceeding this value, which is for now hard coded. This one is just a safety measure for the future, because when we will start to implement the level, the real level with the level editor, I may go crazy at some point, and I don't know. So it's just a safety measure, and if it's more than that, then they are not they are not added. We don't add the item if there is no space to add it. Obviously that's a bug. I mean, if at some point during the game I want more item than that space I have here, that's an issue. So yeah, in that case we should increase that array or see if we can reduce the number of items. But anyway, I just added this test because it's for the future. Maybe in the future, once everything is fine, I can remove it if I think it's fine, and we will stay under this. Right, so that was a first step of change and optimization. Obviously the first one was bug, but it was not really linked to the connectivity issues, I think. I found another overflow array here. It's here. Basically here the step value can go up to 8, equal 8, so we should have 9 value in the array, right? Because I check here and not just 8. There was 8 value here. We should have 9 because the step could be 8. And well, this one is just a debug code where I try to edit the debug rate inside the update, and I remove it from the Arduino class because I was not sure if this was an issue causing the connection issue that I have. So I try, but I leave it for now. So all right. And that's it for now. So what we need to do now is, like I said, we want to have the collision for the bullet on the wall. Please take a cup of tea or coffee and while you watch the stream. So the problem I have, or the problem we have, is that the bullet is lethal. So the bullet should draw itself at the very beginning of the update state. So let me show you again the update function. So this is, the bullet is a lethal item. It should be updated here, right? But then the static collision is drawn here, and after the map is drawn, then you want to check again the bullet, right? You want to check if the bullet collides with the collision. And also we have another issue here, because if the bullet draw itself to become a lethal pixel on the frame buffer for any stuff to die here, then when I will try to check the static collision here, the bullet will collide with itself. We'll see the pixel where the bullet is, but this is actually the pixel of the bullet. So we will get a static collision, the bullet will collide with itself. So it seems we have a problem here, right? And so basically, that means what? That means if we still want to keep this solution of using the frame buffer for doing the collision and various collision, that means we should draw a bullet here. We should check the collision of Rick. Then, after we have checked all the stuff that can die with lethal stuff, then we should delete the bullet, right, to clear the pixel where the bullet was. And here we should draw it again. Okay. All right. So that's possible, but as you can see, our code in the update function start to be quite messy. We don't understand. So we will not understand what's happened if we still do that. So and also there's one thing you can notice is this code is the same. It's just the flag which is different, right? So basically the test here. So I think maybe we can also create a function, right? Just giving the flag as parameters. Because here, okay, we just do the same thing. We call the update and then we decrease I, right? All right, but and this function is different, but actually it could be, if we want to factorize the code with here and there, then we should call the update. So we should call the same function. So that's why I propose to do first. I propose to just use one update function, but give a parameter to the update function. And this parameter will be the update phase or the update step, and then we can have an enum describing which step we are, and then every different item in the derivative class may decide what to do depending on the current step. For example, the bullet will decide, oh, we are in the lethal step, so I draw myself, and then we are in a step where I should erase myself, and then there is another step where I should draw again and check the static collision, for example. All right. So yeah, we should have this kind of, if we have this kind of parameters, then every item can manage what to do in every step. And then we still have this kind of flag to control which step should be called. And that means we may need to have more flag also in the property of the item. So right now I think we don't have a lot. Maybe 4, 5, 6. We still have 2 free flags, and maybe I need more. If I need more, we can move that in the spike again, and we'll see. But I can leave that just for the update, for example. All right, so let's do that first. Let's do the refactoring about the update flag, the update function. So we can, this enum, these parameters, we can either declare it inside the item or inside the map manager, because this enum is a kind of communication parameters between the map manager update loop and the item itself. I start to be hot, sorry. So both are okay. I think I will put it in the item class, and I will call this enum update state. And this is a real enum. This is not a bit flag. So I'm not right now. I'm not sure about what are all the update state that we need or step that we need. Let's call it lethal and dangerous. Okay, so dangerous step is will be useful for the AI. You will see the AI, the enemies, they can be killed by lethal stuff. So the AI can be killed by a bullet, by a dynamite, by a spike. Also, AI can die on spike. So the AI must be drawn after the lethal, right? But the main characters also can be killed by all the lethal stuff and also by the AI. So that's why it's another step that we will add later. Obviously, we have the static collision, and we have the pickup. So actually, I put the pickup after the static collision. This is another refactoring that we will have to do when we implement the AI, because otherwise the AI will collide with the pickup. If you draw pickup, collision, then okay, so you have to draw collision, then call the move for the AI, and then pickup, so the AI can just ignore the pickup, and then finally the main player. All right, so then we give this update step to this function. Let's just call it step. And that means this function check virtual collision can disappear, right? Because now we will just call update and with the parameter static collision. So we also simplify the code, I mean maybe the interface in a way. All right, so let's put that in all the, okay, this is a virtual function. Update is not redefined in the pickup. Add a file. All right, so the spike we have it. So in the CPP, right now the spike don't care about the update. Okay, update of the statuette. Then here, the dynamite, update. Update. Then dynamite crate, sorry. Dynamite crate, pellet crate, pellet crate. All right, pellet, update, and I remove the check collision. All right. And then, for example, I can do a switch switch on the step, and for example the case so in lethal state I will do this. All right, and then check collision. Oh yeah, I should not use, I not need to, but I like to prefix with the enum. So it's check collision, I think. Let me, static collision, okay. So in static collision, I will do this. I'm doing what I was doing in the previous check static collision. All right, and then I'm sure we will add more step in this update. I think I have removed another check collision. In which class? I forgot. In which class? I forgot. Let me check. Pick up, no. Spike, statuette, no. Dynamite, no. No. Okay, maybe not. Okay, never mind, the compiler will tell us. All right, so now in the map manager, we should, I think we should refactor this. So let's make a function for this. Update items, let's say. Okay, I think, okay, so copy it. And then we need some parameters. So first, I guess we need the step item update step update step, and then we need the flag. So item property flags. All right, so I put this one here, and I put the update step in the update function, right? And then it should be a generic function for here, count. If the property is set, then I call the update. If it returns true, then I decrease 1. All right, seems good so far. Let's declare this function. Next to the update, yeah, okay, here is fine. Okay, I want to remove this. Okay, then we should call it call the function. So let's see, we will have some refactoring to do, I'm sure, but let's see. So first we will call lethal state. And we will call that with the property lethal. Okay. So so far Rick is still a namespace. Rick could also become an item if we wanted. Then it could be integrated into this full update state. However, let's not doing it now because it still may be very specific to the player. So we'll see. All right, so we update the lethal stuff. Then oh, sorry, the lethal stuff is here. Should be updated here. So we update Rick before, of course. Okay, we check lethal collision. Then we update. So the update of the pickup is as need to be. We need to call the Rick every update. So then to have to still be able to reuse that, I propose to move that call into the update itself, which is fine. The item draw itself and then check the one method of Rick. Because basically this is this inside. Okay, so let's move that code into the pickup. So I think the pickup itself doesn't have any update. Yep, so only in the derivative class, which there is 3. Statuette and so I'm thinking if we should add an update in the pickup just above to factorize some code. Maybe not necessary. We just have 3 pickups, so ask the main character to check collision with me. So this become this. Right now the pickup doesn't remove itself from the array, but this is something I left for later. This is something we can improve. So for example, here in the pickup, if there is pickup, then it could remove itself. But if we do that, you have to remember that the pickup is called from this function. So it's called inside the update. So we should be careful about that. That means probably we need to have a Boolean flag here, Rick telling you if it's actually picking you up. And then we could remove the item here and then return true or false depending if the item is removed. And by the way, if we do that, we could just also maybe we could also get rid of the pickup function. That could be possible because if it's just a boolean, we can, if it's true, we can just do the pickup directly in the update. That may simplify a bit the code, that make the code a little bit smaller because you have one less virtual function. And a virtual function is like a int pointer, so it also saves some space. All right, but let's finish it for now for the other pickup. So the dynamite. No, not the dynamite itself, but the dynamite crate. Sorry, dynamite crate. The update. And I also I call it here before drawing the shiny star, so that the collision is even more precise. Otherwise, you could have picked up the item by just colliding with the shiny star before. It's not a big deal, but just a little bit more precise. And the bullet crate is the same. All right, so once we have done that, then we can go back to the map manager. And now, as you can see, the function become the same. So that means we can call update. We call our function update the bonus item. So we need to have property pickup, and we need to, and the update is I forgot. Let me check. I call it pickup also. So the step is pickup and pickup. All right. Yeah. Then we draw the so animate the camera and draw the static collision. Okay, so the update state should be static collision, I guess. And the flag is static collision needed. Right, and this is the same code. So I can also remove it. Then rig. And then we have this. So this one is a bit the test is different. It's like not set, lethal, and pickup. So I guess we should refactor that and just use one flag. So it's just one flag, one stat. It's more or less like this. This one is for what? I forgot. So what do we have? Dynamite is lethal. The pickup, the spike. No, spike are lethal. Basically all the other item, non-lethal item. So far we don't have any pickup that any item that need this update, right? Spike is lethal, Starwise is pickup, dynamite is non-lethal, non-pickup. Okay, it's for the animation of the dynamite. All right. So dynamite, bullet crate is pickup. So let me check what for the dynamite, what kind of state we should have. So lethal dangerous is for AI. I could call it enemy static collision pickup. And This is an equivalent of pickup, but we don't pick up actually. So yeah, but we need a flag here. Maybe you can just use the alive flag. Oh no, alive is it's not an update flag, so lethal pickup. Collision needed. Actually, we have some flag which are used for the. Let's refactor a little bit the order of the flag to have something more logical. So 2, 3, 4. Lethal pickup. The AI will need the dangerous flag or enemies. I will call it enemies. Enemies. So let's put 2, 3. Then mirror X alive. Probably it's more safe to have another flag just for that. And then another step after the pickup. Because I can call it also in pickup state, but yeah, no, better not. It's okay to have a lot of update step. We can really have a lot of steps. Doesn't matter. Right, I would say remaining issue, but I don't know how to call them. It's not pickup, so it's basically the dynamite decoration. I'll say non-important. Yeah. Let's call it decoration for now. Okay. 4, 5, and 6. So these flags will impact the update step. Basically for the bullet I need another step, so this property, these are other properties. Actually, it was not that bad to have the test reversed in the map manager. We could pass another variable to test if it's true or not. That could be possible. Or let's say for the dynamite, maybe I can just set a flag, because I will need a flag. Otherwise, I need to move this flag, as I said, to the spike. Because lethal pickup enemies. Let's move the pickup after, by the way, so we can put it in more or less the order that I expect. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Here I will need, after lethal enemies, I will have to remove another state here. I will just call it bullet because I think it's very specific, quite specific to the bullet actually. Then, oh no, actually I don't need that flag because in the static collision I can, yes, I need to, yeah, it's after. Static collision needed is after the static collision have been drawn, so yeah, I need to remove before. All right, we'll need it. So this one, decoration, can I get rid of it? I can use the pickup, and then I just rename it. I will rename it. So I call it ignored by enemies. Right. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we don't have the 4. We still have one flag. We still have the 4. It's good. 5, 6, 7. 1. Okay. 2, 3. Ignored by enemies. All right. So this one, and then I can call the same state, or I can just I call the pickup state like ignored by enemies. That could be the same state actually. All right, so map manager. Then we can again call our function. Draw the pickup items, or all the items ignored by the enemies, like burning dynamite. So we, this one and this one. All right. The pickup doesn't exist. We have replaced by ignored by enemies. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, we will need to draw the static collision before the pickup, because we have to draw the static collision, then we have to draw the enemies that need to check the collision, then Rick also, and then we can draw the pickup. Okay, but before the main character. And this is possible because after we draw the static collision, so this is possible because the pickup will not be in collision with static collision. Then Rick can check his collision, and after checking static collision, he will be outside of the wall. So then we can draw the item, the pickup item, and then draw itself. Okay. All right, so then let's check again if this one. Okay, that should work. The only stuff we need to change is the dynamite. So the first property set should be ignore by enemies, actually, for the dynamite to be drawn. And then it update. All right. So again, oh no, okay, the dynamite just remove from itself and clear this flag, and I just check if alive, not alive, I return the Boolean value. All right, and well, ignore by enemies is set at the beginning, but then when it light up, I should clear that property, because I don't want the explosion. No, not when it light up, sorry. When it explode, I should clear that property, because I don't want the dynamite to be drawn in lethal state and also in your state. So I should also reset it. Yeah. In the light up, and I can clear it in the when I change here. I should clear the flag. All right. All right, so dynamite is updated according to the new way of updating the item. I think the rest should work. Let's see if that compile. Nope. So redeclaration of lethal. Oh, come on, it's different enum. Come on, compiler. In bullet.h, yeah. So let's rename this. I give it more like draw lethal, draw dangerous, check static collision, draw ignore by enemies. All right, let's change it into the manager. Check. Draw lethal. Okay. Lethal is not a member of update state, right? Where? In bullet. Yep. Roll check static collision. Okay. Bullet crate. Pickup is non-member in bullet crate. Yep. I rename pickup by by enemies and bullet crate. I think in dynamite also. Yeah. By enemies. By enemies. By enemies. Dynamite crate, bullet crate. All right. There's more pickup in statuette. Pickup. All right. All right, it does compile. Let's check that. Let's check that we didn't change something or break something, because so far we didn't implement in new features, but you will see why I'm doing that. So okay, pickup seems to work. I can fire. Can I place a dynamite? Yeah. Okay, can I die in my dynamite? Yes. It seems that we didn't break something. Okay, I have no bullet anymore. Let's restart just to make sure I can replenish my bullet before taking the... Okay, one bullet. One bullet, it's still one bullet. Okay, so we broke the pickup. Let's check this. What happened? Bullet crate. So the property set. Oh yeah, probably because I changed the order. So bullet crate. I'm not going through this function, but I am. It seems I cleared this flag, but why I didn't get my bullet replenish? Let's check in Rick. So check size, you could check lethal, check collision with pickup. Draw myself in black and I pick up. But this one should work because the crate disappear. Right, so I draw the crate and I check. I drew in black and check with this. this. Yes, no, I remove here. No, I don't remove. That's strange. Let's check again. So if I fire, I'll fire all of them. 0. Oh, it's a dynamite crate. Oh, sorry. I thought it was a bullet crate. Let's try again by placing some dynamite. So, okay, 3 dynamite. Okay, 5. Yeah, so it's not it's not bugged. Sorry about that. All right, so it seems we didn't break anything, and we have a more streamlined update, I would say. Let's look at it again. So forget about debug code here. We update the rig, maybe the input. Then we drew the lethal, check without collision. We drew the static the wall, the static collision. Then we update the item that need to check the static collision. Then we draw Rick. Then we update the item that should be ignored by the enemies, and we draw Rick again. Okay. Cool. Let's commit that, and then we will implement the collision of the bullet with the wall. That was the goal of updating, of refactoring like this. Okay, so what do we have? Bullet. Bullet, we have started to do our 2-step phase. We will change in a minute. Okay, we remove this one. Now we have an update state. And then we have the pickup. We have renamed pickup. We have the update state. Now we have to call this rig directly. Of the pickup, okay. Bullet crate, header file, just a step. Okay, dynamite, nearby enemies, the update state. Alright, dynamite, header file, just the step. Dynamite crate, nearby enemies. For the crate? Yes, it's a pickup, yeah. Stop, nearby enemies, pickup, nearby enemies, okay. At the file we have the step. Item. So we have refactor the flags here, rename some of them, reorganize them, and then we have the update state, and we remove this virtual function. All right, the map manager now. We have this new function that we call settle time. The spike. I didn't test if the spike are still working. I think they should. We'll test them later, I guess. Another day. Statuette. There's a pickup. We rename the pickup. Okay, and the header file. All right. So add a parameter to the update function of the item for the different update step. Refactor the map manager update function by creating by factorizing some code in one function. And reorganize the item property flags. All right. So why I've done that is for the bullet to check the collision. So how we are gonna do that? So I want the bullet to check the static collision. So I need the bullet to have that flag set. Actually, so where's the bullet? CPP. It's already set, okay. And right now we just roughly test if it's outside the screen. We will change that. But before testing the pixels itself, we need to erase the pixel of the bullets. But we still need to draw it here, right? So because we need to draw, then erase, then draw again, that means we could even have dynamic collision for the bullet. So if you remember what I have explained with drawing about what is a static collision, dynamic collision for the bullet, when the bullet is moving several pixels in one frame. And I said we probably don't need this dynamic collision, so making a ray cast, making a full line of previous position and current position of the bullet, because if that line is too long, then I will have to delete the pixels, so it was annoying. But now, since we really need to do it, then we can do the dynamic collision. So basically that means in the draw lethal state, we can just draw that full lines. Then in the next step, we'll erase that line. And then in the check static collision, we just draw the bullet itself, right? All right, so we need another step for this. So let's go back to item, and I think we need that one. So again, let's reorganize a flag. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have enough. Bullet property flag. Yeah, that's bullet. So yeah, let's call it bullet. I don't know if I can find a better name, a more general name. All right, so bullet in the map manager, we will update the bullet after Rick have checked the lethal collision, of course. So they draw the lethal, then update state is not defined yet. Then bullet, okay. Let's add a new item, update step, sorry. It's probably here, and we call it erase bullet. It seems very specific state, but that's basically what it's doing. That actually here I don't care how many steps. Again, I don't care how many steps I have. I can have a 255 step. I don't really care. so the name can be very precise. This flag is only on one char, so I want to group as much as possible the flag, of course. Okay, so erase bullet. Then we should give that property to our bullet for sure, otherwise the update will not be called. So bullet and static collision needed here. Okay, and I think this flag never get erased or whatever. So when we fire, it becomes alive and lethal. If it's to the left, right, we mirror X, that's fine. We add to the manager, okay. Then we have a new step, which is called erase bullet. And we will have a return false, probably. All right. And then we have the check static collision. Okay. So now let's change the drawing. If the bullet is alive, yeah, that's good. I will keep that flag. You will see for why in a minute. Because also what I want to do, and we could probably do, is to have some sparks effects when the bullet hit the wall. Then we can spawn some spark, and at that time we could clear the alive flag actually. So basically we can also probably check if the bullet is alive in that state also. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. All right, and then move the bullet, so we will not move it immediately and we draw the line. So we will so we can memorize the previous X, right? So int previous X. Actually, I cannot change it here because I also need to erase the lines, so I can only change it here. So that's fine. Let's move that here. And we can just call it next X, which is which will be equal to this one. And okay, next X. Right, okay, so we have our next X. Compute the end position of the bullet. Actually, it's a bit more precise than that because you want, so if the bullet is going from left to right, so it's the beginning of it's the X plus let's say the bullet size is 3, whatever the bullet width, then the distance, then the bullet width again, right? So if it's mirror, it's going that direction. So actually, if it's mirror, okay, we don't decrease it. If it's not mirror, I want to add the speed and the bullet width. Right, okay. If it's not mirror from actually, yeah. So basically, if it's not mirror, actually the bullet is like that, it should be so it depends in which direction you go, because the draw a fast line give a position and the width. So the position depends if it's left or right. So I think it's more like something like that. So if it's mirror, it will start at x. It will start at next x. I will rename that variable is not good. And I will go to, so next x, I will go to x plus bullet width actually. And if it's not mirror, then I will go from x to next x, I think. Which I deleted what is next x. So basically I don't need this. I can just compute inside the call. So it will be plus bullet speed plus bullet width. So if it's mirror, okay. So next it doesn't exist. If it's mirror, I go from x minus bullet speed. So x minus bullet speed. I guess that's okay. Minus bullet speed. To x plus the width. Okay. If it's not mirror from here to here, I go from x, then x plus bullet speed plus width. All right. Draw a line along the wall move of the bullet. All right, and if we need to erase the bullet, actually, it's the same function, but I draw it in black, right? So I will just create a function just to make sure that we will draw and erase exactly the same thing. So let's create a new function. Draw bullet ray. It's like a ray cast if you want. Okay. And of course I give a color. Color. All right, and then I draw here in white. then I will draw it in black. Erase. All right, I need to declare this function in the header file. It's a private function, that's fine. Right, so and then I need to move it. After drawing it, I can move it, and so I should not redraw it immediately, but I can I will redraw it here to check the collision actually, and I should move it here. So basically the same kind of code I had before. Let's get it back from the source control. All right, so here I can move the bullet for real. Move the bullet according to its direction. I think I should also check if it's alive, because if the bullet is not alive, then I should not move the bullet. Otherwise, if I move it, then the sparks will move, and I don't want the sparks to move. I just want the spark to be played at the position of the impact. So okay, so if it's alive, I will move the bullet, then I will draw it and check the collision. So I just remove that test. Actually no, because the bullet can also get outside of the screen, so that kind of test is still okay, but I just add one. Or Arduboy, so it's a draw extend function. I will copy paste from something else, like not here, but where? Not the item. Yeah. Dynamite. Oh, nope. Rick, maybe. Let me check. Yeah. I should draw. Okay, so now we have a little issue. That means if I want to use the draw. No, yeah, I will not use the draw extend, because if I want to use the draw extend, then I need to create a sprite for the bullet, and I don't want to create the sprite for the bullet, right? The bullet is just a line of 3 stuff, so we just will create a function to check that. So I think I will create a function. So easy. Check check bullet collision. Find. Oh, okay. Find bullet impact. Impact. Okay. I will write it in the other way. Impact bullet found and I think I should write a value. So int x. No, I don't need to return it. I can just set the x. That's fine. So I just call it here for now, let's say. I create a new function for this. Okay, so and I will iterate to ask for the pixels, get pixels on the Arduboy. So I need the start and the end. So unsigned char start x and x. So start x is let's say x, and x it's x plus bullet speed plus bullet width, right? And or I should test actually if it's mirror. So let's not initialize it immediately. Start x equal x. Okay, just not initialize it, else. That's also kind of copy pasting, because this start x and end x will we need it for this collision, the raycast. I totally write the opposite, but that's okay. I will fix it. All right. So okay. Okay. So just to be sure that we can create a function for that, I think. That's okay. So if it's mirror, it's x minus bullet speed. I want x plus bullet width. Okay. I just create a function to get the the start and x, and I will yeah, to avoid, so I unsigned char. Okay, I declare them here, but I take reference on it, of course. All right, so then I can call this function here. I need to declare them. All right. All right. So start x and x. Okay, so get the recast position, and draw the line of the recast. Okay, so that becomes statics and endix, and that means we also can remove the test because it's the same. Okay, draw the line of the recast, statics, y, x, and x. Okay, that's okay. Then here I can do the same here, right? And then I will iterate on the frame buffer to check if any pixel is set. So for hint 0 to, no, not 0, to from statics to endx. I forgot to name the variable. I less than ndx. Okay, if Arduboy get pixel, I think that's the name of the function. Let's assume of x at position y. Then we just return true. And like I said, I will also set the x directly to I. My position of the bullet becomes I, and I return true. Otherwise, if I didn't find any collision, I return false. No collision found. All right, so let's declare this function in the header file of the bullet. It's also a private function, and also that function. All right, so seems good. So now we have found a bullet, found an impact. So if outside of the screen or found, then I clear the property, I remove this. Then I move it, but I should not, I should move it after, because if I move it before, the impact is not correct. So, okay, just for now, we'll do this. We'll is impact found. Check if the bullet collide on the static collision along its movement. Okay, that or impact found, then I clear it. I will still refactor a bit that, but I want to test first if this work. Let's try to compile. No. Get pixels. Okay. Okay, get pixels. What did I forgot? get pixel with a small letter, I think. Yep. Sorry. Sorry, Arduboy. Here is your small letter. Then what else? Return true. Return statement with a value. Yeah, of course. It's not a bool. It's not a void. It's a bool that we want. And in the header file also. Seems good. Let's try that. Good. Okay, so the bullet seems to collide with something, myself, itself, whatever. Let's change the crate also, by the way. I will use a bullet crate just for more testing more stuff. All right. And let's try again. So if I fire on the right, nothing happens. If I fire on the left, I die. Okay, I kill myself. All right, let's check again the code. What did we do? All right, so step lethal, erase bullet, or check static collision. We always check if it's alive. We draw the bullet red, draw in white, in black. That's good. Then here we try to find the impact, and we move the bullet, and then if it's found, we clear it, remove it. Okay. And map manager, we draw what? So we erase bullet is called here. So we draw lethal, check lethal collision, which I think, but let's check again, doesn't draw actually. Check lethal collision, we draw in black. So okay. And then we erase the bullet. We draw the static wall. Check static collision. We check collision. Static collision is also in black. And then update in your enemies. So in which set is the bullet is drawn? I forgot. Check static collision. Yeah. Lethal erase bullet, check static collision. So no, not this one, this one. Here. So basically these three steps. This one, and this one. Static collision, bullet, lethal. Okay. And these all flags are okay. Bullet, static collision, bullet, static collision. And becomes lethal when I fire a hit. Okay. So now should be in those functions, I guess. We made a mistake. Maybe I Maybe I collide with. No, I don't collide with the main character. So start X, start N, start end color. Okay. And bullet found X here, Y, start X, start end. Actually, this one should be equal. Start X and if Arduboy pixel, I should check with white actually. Then I set X to I return true. And then I move X, but that's okay, I've tested. Alright, so seems to be mirror X. If a mirror X, I'll start at X minus bullet speed and X plus bullet width. Actually, yeah, when I fire, I don't know. Okay, so you know what? We'll do some kind of debug mode for the map manager. So just to draw the stuff in different step by step actually. How can we do that? We don't have so much button on the Arduboy. But that's fine. Let's this debug state may be useful for several times, so I think it's a long-term debug situation. Let's call it okay. Debug draw state. Okay, so should be item update state step, sorry. Debug step. Debug draw step. And we will set it to items. Okay, to this one. No, let's start with the first one actually. Okay. I think I can put it inside this function, update item. Debug early exit, so if update state is greater than debug, then we just return. Okay. Yeah. And then would be nice to have some code to change it. Let's say we'll just use the input. I think it's just pressed. How's the update here? Okay, yes. So I will do a combination of button. Let's say B. Even if that will make me jump, that's okay. And is down. Is just press also. No, is yeah. No, is down B. Yeah. Is down B and is just pressed up button. Then for debug state will increase, let's say, and this one will decrease. Down. Okay, let's try that. What? Trolley thought was yeah, it's part of item. Or let's just make it simple, like 0. Okay, input, you need input. Input.h, okay. Okay, just make it and then char. Let's just debug code, come on. Alright, so down button, not down. Down button. Oh, down. Sorry. Is down, I think. All right. Okay, let's try that. Oh, okay. Doesn't work. Actually, yes, it works, but okay, I don't know in which state I am. Okay, I need to restart it. Yeah, the static collision is not part of item, so okay, I fire. Okay, that's our collision line, which seems too big. Or maybe the bullet die. Okay, let's increase the okay. B up should increase. All right. So next step. Yeah. Why I'm still dying on it? I should not. I should not die because this is totally empty. All right. So let's look at the code again. We Drew alive. I remove alive. Let's move down. Yeah, it's still drawn. Why it's still drawn? It's not alive. Should not be drawn. Why is it alive? It's still alive. Here I move. Back found. Okay, if I move to the last step and I fire, okay, no more bullet, but okay, I lost the step. All right, what time is it, by the way? Oh, almost 2 hours. Okay. Let's try to find it and finish it then. This is removed here. It's an OR. It's probably here. It is set alive lethon. I mean, yeah, it seems it's never touching that. It's because, yeah, I guess because I reset that. Let's try not to reset it for now. Let's see if it works better. Oh, I think I die on it, right? Yeah. Actually, the line is drawn. I have no bullet. Let's maybe it works now. If I start immediately with the correct step. Nope, doesn't fire. I kill myself on the left. All right. Okay. So I think yeah, there's some bug somewhere, obviously. I guess I will fix it outside of the stream. And I will show you the fix when I found it. It's pretty. I guess it's pretty straightforward, I think. We can check what we have done. To summarize, so basically Yeah, I have added this bullet flag. We have created three functions, one to compute the beginning and the end of the bullet ray in between two frames. So it depends on the speed and the bullet width. Maybe the bugs is over there, let's see. Then we have a function to draw a bullet ray in a specific color here and there. And then we have a function to check the impact from the start to finish. We check every pixel if there is a collision, that if there is a white pixel, that means we have collided with a static wall. And then we have a new step here. We have the erase bullet. So first we draw the ray in white, then we erase it, we draw it in black, and then we check the collision. And I forgot to draw the bullet. That's true, I forgot to draw the bullet here. Then we should do it. Yeah, because I just erased this, then I should draw the bullet again. This one. I totally delete this line, but I should not. So that's why I didn't see the bullet. At least we can try this before leaving the stream. So here, we can draw the bullet after moving it. Right, okay. So that was maybe the bug. Not sure. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it works. But I kill myself on the left. But let's pick up the crate. So if I fire on the right, then when I fire, the bullet is correctly stopped at the boulder in front of me, and the stone in front of me. So yeah, it really detects the collision in front of me. Okay, cool. But I die if I do it on the left. Okay. So we are back in business. Maybe I will not finish the stream now. We can try to do the sparks, and then after the stream I will polish a little bit. But all right. So I will put back this code here. If not, if there is no impact, then I move it. And I will draw it also. Else, and I can check the width. I will not clear the property. I clear the property alive and lethal, but I will not remove myself immediately. I will do it in the non-alive state. I can still do it here, it's okay. I will change that in a minute, just a minute. Oh yeah, I removed the flag here. Okay, that's fine. Then I can just add a boolean flag here. Bool in case the compiler wants that. Was bullet removed? Was bullet removed? That frame. False. I can just return this. All right. So, and here I will put it to true. Okay, so okay, declare a flag to know when the bullet was removed. So why I want to do that is because we will draw the bullet or the sparks depending if the bullet is alive or not. So if I'm alive, I do all that stuff, and okay, so if I didn't find any impact, I will just move the bullet, draw the bullet. If I found impact, or if it's outside of the screen, so by the way, I can just move that here now. I will just check it. If there is impact, I will just clear the alive lethal because the bullet disappear. But then next frame I will start playing the sparks. So to play the sparks, I need a frame ID in the bullet. So I will go to the dynamite, get the spark frame ID here. I will play it. Oops, sorry. So let's declare this variable in the bullet. Well, it's okay. We can have a unsigned and start at 0. The frame ID to play sparks when the bullet hit the wall. Okay, so this one I should init to 0. So actually I should not play a sparks if the bullet exit the level, but that's just small adjustments we can do later. It's basically okay. I can adjust it now. Actually, I can put the if here. So yeah, actually, so if we didn't find an impact, if we found an impact, we just initiate this. Except if we have that. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll think about later. So we just play spark ID, we need to increase with specific speed. I forgot in, or we can. It's quite fast. We can increase every frame. That's fine. So if the frame ID is less than the number of sparks, so let's check in the sprite data. I forgot the name. The sparks, spark sprite frame count. Sprite data. So we draw it at XY, the spark, the width, the 8, invert, yep, and else we should also increase it for sure. Okay, no, maybe we can just increase it here. Else, then this is really the end of the bullet after the spark has been played, right? So we can do it like that. Okay. Let's try to play that. Sprite data, of course, I need to include it. So the sparks, if you remember, we use it for the dynamite, but why not reusing it for the wall, for the bullet hitting the wall? We'll see if it's good or not. I hope it's good. Didn't see anything. Ah, yeah, we see it. It's like, but it's too low because the spark should be. Forgot how tall is the sparks. Let's move it a little bit. Let's check the sparks. Oh, they are. Oh, yeah, they are really in the center. So I can move 4. So in the bullet here, I can just move it y -4. All right, let's try again. Maybe it's too fast, I don't know. Maybe we need to add a speed for the sparks. Oh. We have some issue here. All right, we have some issue. Yeah, I guess it's colliding with itself, with the sparks, but if I remove the alive flag, should not. This property set alive. If it's alive, I clear the property alive. What happened? It's moving up like that. Yeah, so that means oh, I put my -4 in the wrong function, sorry. Not here. I wanted to put it here. Sorry. Yeah. Start to be tired, huh? Start to be the end of the stream. Let's try again. But I want a nice impact. Come on. That was the goal of the stream. Okay. Yeah, it's too fast. It's too fast. Let's add a speed. I will take the same speed as in the dynamite actually. Sparks anim speed. Oh, it was 5. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to bullet. And dynamite CPP. Okay, no need. So here if Arduboy every X frame, I forgot it. Every X frame then we increase it, increase the frame ID, grow the sparks, increase the frame ID of the sparks. All right, let's try that. Okay. Ah, here it is. Right. And because the sparks are center here, we should also move this a little bit to be exactly at the collision. So we can do that. It's like a sprite with here. So it depends if I fire. No, it does not depend. I always move to the left, so it's always minus this, divide by 2 to take the half. I can also center, let's say, like this also. Okay, let's try again. So of course I only play the sparks one time. I don't loop it like I don't loop the animation like for the dynamite. Yep. We have some sparks on the wall. I think it could be a bit faster actually. Yeah, it's a bit slow. Maybe we can try a speed of 3 or something. Everything is 3. 3 is a good number for the for the bullet. Let's try again. Ah, that's much better. Ooh, good. Okay, if I die if I fire on the... Ew. That's nice. All right. Guys, we have a bit buggy, it's true, but it's just some tuning the value. I guess the bug is in that function, the function to get the x and y start x dot y. Can try it, but we have first collision of the bullet with the wall, and normally the bullet should still be lethal, so it should still kill enemies. Now we will test that when we implement the enemies. So wow, that's great. Let's commit that, and then we'll end the stream here. Okay, so let's check again. So like I said, we have our bullet flag. We have 3 functions here. We draw a line in white, we draw a line in black when we need to erase it. We check the collision, and then we start to play some sparks. All right, and then for the header file, we have our sparks and in frame ID. Sorry. In the item, we have our bullet flag, erase bullet state. In the map manager, we have implemented a kind of debug code to draw to a certain step. I will leave it for now. I will commit that debug code because it may be useful when we will start to debug the AI and all that. And once is I think once it's working good and that we are sure we have all the different type of item in our level, I can remove it. So we have added the update item for the bullet specifically. We changed the bullet crate, the dynamite crate to bullet crate. Okay, and that's it. So implement the static collision for the bullet. Draw sparks on the wall when the bullet hit the wall. All right, commit this. I push. Not sure I have. Anyway. Thank you for watching this video. The stream is already 2 hours long, I guess. Yeah, and 2 hours 14 minutes. It's quite long, sorry about that. But I'm happy that we have our bullet having collision. To summarize the stream, we have first refactor the map manager to have an update with the parameters, which is the update state. By doing that and passing the step to every item, each item can more control what it can do in different steps. Then that allow us to implement the static collision for the bullet and still retain the logic of the bullet being lethal and killing anything that can be killed. And also we had the opportunity to add the FX on the wall. So yeah, that's great. I'm sorry we didn't have time to implement the AI, but I think it will be the next step, because I think the AI will be the next item that has a specific logic inside. So we may do that next time. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next stream. Bye bye.